Hi guys, Steph here. Okay, let's have a look what we've got for you today. What we've got for you today is a lovely Watermans Ideal fountain pen. Now this particular one was made in England. Now the reason I say it was made in England, I showed you a similar pen numerous years ago. What I'll do, I'll leave you a comment, a link to the top there later on, and that one was actually made in Canada. Also, that one was a Waterman Ideal Junior fountain pen. So this one, I believe this is also a Waterman Ideal Junior, again made in England. Now, as you can see, it's made in this lovely classic black colour. It's got nickel trim. You can see there we've got this nickel, sort of quite a long lever there. Let's take you up to the cap. You can see we've got this quite a thin nickel cap band to the bottom of the cap, and if we take you up to the top of the cap, and there we have this, again, this nickel ball clip. And again, it's made of nickel. You can see to the middle there we've got the word Watermans running down the clip, and you can see the shape there is very reminiscent of the period. It's like a sort of a diamond shaped clip. Okay, and that's the top of the cap there. So we've got a classic black Waterman Ideal fountain pen. We're dating this pen from around about the 1940s. Okay, the size of it from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel, around about 123 millimeters capped. Around the barrel, it's a nice chunky 12 millimeters in diameter. Now let's take a look at the barrel imprint. Okay, so there's a barrel imprint, and what it reads is Watermans, and then the next line it's got made in England with the word Ideal in the middle there, and to the bottom it's got fountain pen. Let's show you a different angle. You can see a lovely clear imprint. Okay, now the difference being, as I say, this one says fountain pen. The link that'll lead to you afterwards to the Canadian pen actually has the word Junior to the barrel imprint. What we've also got somewhere, if I can look over the camera, I think there it is. Very difficult to see because for some reason it's a little bit worn on this pen, but you may be able to see it has Watermans made in England to the cap there. So, as I say, for all intents and purposes, I believe this to be the Watermans Ideal Junior fountain pen. And again, I know I'm repeating it, but made in England. Now, as far as I'm aware, they may have actually made these in different colours. I think I've actually seen a grey one in the past, but I'm not 100% sure. But what we're doing, we're just simply concentrating on this specific pen. All in all, in beautiful condition. It's been fully restored. We've put a new sack in it. It came to me in a little bit of a sorry state, but as you can see now, absolutely lovely. Let's unscrew the cap for you. Okay, let's give you some sort of customary twirls of the pen so you can see the different angles. An absolutely lovely example, and again, it'll make an everyday writer for somebody who enjoys writing, well, on a daily basis. Let's take you up to the section. Okay, there's the section, very typical of the period, slightly concaved, little ridge towards the nib. And then let's show you the nib. Let's keep it nice and still for you, and you may be able to see it reads Watermans Ideal England, 2A. Okay, so it's got the correct Waterman Ideal nib to the pen there. As you can see, again, everything is lovely and clean. Let's show you the feed underneath. You can see a very typical, quite a plain sort of Waterman feed there underneath. And again, you'll notice on the link that I'll leave you, the Canadian version has a slightly different feed. So again, although this is, as we've stated already, an English version compared with the Canadian one, you'll also notice the Canadian one has actually got what we term as a box lever. So there's some slight pen wise, the shape, etc., the size, pretty well the same, but because, well, they were made in different sort of countries, just slight variation on the design of the pen, and obviously the imprint that we mentioned earlier. A lovely size pen, even with my large hands. Nice and comfortable. The section feels lovely and comfortable to hold. Now, I know you people like to see the pen's writing, so what we're going to do is, let's open the lever like so, dip the nib in the ink, give it a couple of seconds. Let's give the nib, the section, a bit of a wipe, and let's bring on our little writing pad. So let's see how the pen writes. As I say, first time it's been tested since I've restored the pen. Sometimes these Waterman pens have, sometimes they have a flexible nib, but let's see, and let's see how it writes. So what we have is a Waterman Ideal, made in England, and we're dating the pen around about the 1940s. It's in this classic black design, as we said, with this nickel trim. Does it have any flex? I would say no, it doesn't. Okay, so right in there, let's do some figure of eights. And there's a writing sample. Lovely ink flow. It's writing nice and a nice wet line. Well, not wet, but lovely ink flow. As you can see, a lovely writer. It's writing nice and smoothly. Does it have any sort of flexibility? I would say not really, although if you can see by the figure of eights there, we're just getting a slight bit of variation. But all in all, I would say it's writing with, I don't know, maybe a medium, fine to medium line. But as I say, a lovely writer, and it'll make a gorgeous pen for somebody to use and write with on a daily basis. So let's find a new home for this little beauty. So let's leave it at that. So there's the Waterman's Ideal, made in England, round about the 1940s. I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoy showing them to you people. Don't forget, leave a comment down below, don't be shy. Also, if you if you like the video, give the video a thumbs up, and down below as well, if you can, please support my work. Last but not least, don't forget people, wherever you are around the world, please stay safe. But for now, I'll just say bye bye for now.